Well, it is the final day of Earth Week, and today we're focusing on reducing food waste when you cook.
I like this. One restaurant leading the way is Vestry in SoHo, which has a zero-waste kitchen.
It's Michelin-starred Chef Shaun Hergatt joins us now to talk more about this. Shaun, great to have you with us. So what exactly is a zero-waste kitchen?
You know, I think what you have to think about is everything that you get, whether it's a vegetable, whether it's a fruit, whether it's an animal, a piece of fish, we want to utilize the entirety of what it is, so there's zero waste. And I think at the end of the day, from my perspective, it's respect for what we've actually grown, what we've caught, what we've had to go through that process to be able to sort of, you know, for our clients and obviously for ourselves.
Was it a tough process, though?
How much waste was going on in kitchens?
Well, generally waste actually goes to staff meal, which is great, so therefore you do utilize it. But I think what we've done here is that, for example, we've got Wagyu beef, right? So we take the Wagyu beef, we make the steak. With all of the trimmings, then we make steak tartare. So on the menu, we actually utilize the entirety of what it is. The fat, you know, from my perspective, we then render down, we use the fat so we can cook the beef. So it's all these little logistical situations that you want to make sure that you utilize every product that you have and all of the product.
Really fantastic.
I don't know if I can do this, but this is lovely. I mean,
so,
everything smells.
Even this little potato.
Did you find it was difficult to kind of adopt this philosophy with not only you but everyone you worked with, you know, in the kitchen and whatnot?
Well, kitchens are always a progressive thing, and you want to have a lot of education. So I think that we are very micro-focused on every single thing that we do. If you look at this potato, like we make a little potato croissant.
Yeah, what you were saying. What is this potato? What do you do? How's this?
We roll it up. It's a very thin sort of sheet, and then all of the scraps we make into potato puree, so therefore there's zero waste. All these little things, they matter to me, and they also matter to the team.
And I'm sure they taste delicious,
well, I mean, it looks
One should hope so, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it also evolves, is that you come up with more and more ideas as you go along, you're figuring out something, and then all of a sudden it leads to another idea, and you're like, my goodness, we just kind of keep opening more and more doors.
Yeah, I mean, this is decades of information that we're taking. So a little bit of steak tartare, a little bit, it's a truffle and Parmesan cheese dressing, some leaves from the garden. Now, that's a great thing because this Wagyu beef is all of the stuff that we take off this piece. So, again, we want to make sure there's zero waste.
Wow, how can we do this at home?
You can do this at home. Anything that you go to the butcher, or if you go get a piece of fish, once you trim it up, you cook it, at the end of the day, you're going to have a little bit of like something left over. Just think about how you can do it. If it's a piece of fish, add a little lemon juice, olive oil, some salt, make a ceviche out of the scraps of the actual fish, and then you can cook the fillet in the pan for dinner. So then you've got an appetizer, then a main course. If you've got something like fruit, you know, you can obviously cook a pineapple, and all of the waste that you cook with the pineapple, then you cook it into a sugar syrup, so you flavor the sugar syrup, and then you can use it as a garnish. Everything has an application to make sure there's zero waste.
And not for nothing, look at the price of food. This just makes sense to use everything you can.
You know, I think we're all in the same boat, so we have to be very smart, whether a professional, whether you're at home, just to understand that, you know, what we're purchasing, we also have to consume the entirety of what it is. Growing up in Australia, I had a very strong sense of, you know, if you ever got a full animal, therefore you had to utilize that animal in completion, just because of the fact that, you know, you've got so many details to raise that particular item, and then what we have to do is then we butcher it, and then we go through the process of consumption. And I think that it's our responsibility as human beings, not professional, but everyone, to be able to have this idea.
Because we just did a story the other day on the food waste that exists out there. We talk about hunger here, hunger there, but we waste so much food.
25% of the, it's a crazy number.
Quickly,
yes.
Today is Hugging Australian Day.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Of course.
Yes.
Sorry, Shaun. Shaun, I'm going to apologize in advance.
I didn't know that, actually.
Shaun Hergatt of Vestry, thank you very much. It's down in SoHo. Check it out if you haven't. The food is fantastic. We'll be right back with much more here on CBS 2 News at 9 a.m.
Whoa, that's good.
It's good.